The House Rules Committee is advancing the No Rogue Rulings Act to a full floor vote tomorrow. In anticipation of that House vote, a hearing was held about the power of judges to issue nationwide injunctions in the first place. Here's my report on that hearing. Former House Speaker Newt Gingrich warns the nation is potentially heading toward a constitutional crisis. The former Georgia congressman put the blame squarely on judicial overreach during Tuesday's joint hearing. It was presided over by the House Judiciary Subcommittee on Courts, Intellectual Property, Artificial Intelligence, and the Internet, as well as the Subcommittee on the Constitution and Limited Government. Gingrich argued that 15 district judges have effectively seized control of the executive branch's authority through nationwide injunctions, amounting to a coup d'etat.
According to Harvard Law Review, there were 96 nationwide injunctions ordered by district courts from 2001 to 2023. Two-thirds of them, 64, were issued during President's time in office. Furthermore, 92% of the injunctions against President Trump were issued by judges appointed by Democratic presidents.
Gingrich then laid out the history of the courts, noting how President Thomas Jefferson is quoted as saying that if judges were the ultimate arbiters of all constitutional questions, that it would place the nation under the despotism of an oligarchy.
President Adams appointed these federal judges on his way out of office to hamstring the incoming President Thomas Jefferson's agenda. President Jefferson concluded that impeaching the judges would take too much time. He and the Congress simply abolished the courts in which they served via the Judiciary Act of 1802. This is a constitutional balance of power. The legislative and executive branches can reshape the judiciary branch. It is a useful reminder in considering the current situation.
His argument was argued by another expert called on by the two subcommittees to testify. Paul Larkin of the Heritage Foundation made this point about the proper use of injunctions.
Only the Congress can create a law. Anytime a court enters a judgment that is tantamount to being a law, the judge has gone too far. And in the case of nationwide injunctions, a judgment in favor of non-parties goes too far.
Chairman Chip Roy of Texas spoke to Democrats at the hearing, noting how they had the exact same arguments and reservations when it was their president inside the Oval Office.
I've got numerous examples of our colleagues on the other side of the aisle who have raised these concerns. The Biden administration's Solicitor General, Elizabeth Prelogar, told the Supreme Court as recently as 2024 that, quote, a court of equity may grant relief only to the parties before it. The district court violated that principle by issuing a nationwide injunction, ... In 2022, Solicitor General Prelogar asked the Supreme Court to address nationwide injunctions as permissible relief in United States versus Texas, arguing that district courts normally, quote, should only provide relief for the benefit of the prevailing challenger. What happened there was our Democratic colleagues started realizing that when Republicans went to district courts to get injunctions against their president, that suddenly they didn't like it so much.
To Chairman Roy's point, Democrats are now positioning themselves as guardians of the courts when it wasn't so long ago under Joe Biden that they were seriously considering the idea of packing the courts, imposing term limits, impeaching justices who disagreed with them politically over manufactured controversies, and even outright ignoring the Supreme Court's rulings on student debt. Instead, as Larkin laid out, Republicans are merely seeking a return to the founders' vision for the court system. Tuesday's hearing saw experts like Newt Gingrich recommend passage of the other chairman present, Darrell Issa's new bill, the No Rogue Rulings Act. It passed committee on Tuesday and could see a full House vote as early as Wednesday. The bill seeks to limit the authority of judges to issue nationwide injunctions. Senators Chuck Grassley and Josh Hawley introduced a similar bill to the upper chamber on Monday. For One America News, I'm Kara McKinney.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.